Let's get into today's top stories. And Treasurer Josh Frydenberg has squared off against the independent challenger in his blue ribbon seat of Kooyong today. He and Dr Monique Ryan traded political blows and debated a wide range of topics from China to climate change. The response from voters in the once safe Liberal electorate, mixed.
Mr Frydenberg won it, but it was a very good performance by Dr Monique Ryan.
It's very equal, considering Josh's experience.
I'd say Monique.
Monique.
It was very impressive, very articulate.
No, I think I'll stick with Josh.
Police are investigating how a little girl was left in a hot bus for 6 hours outside her Central Queensland childcare centre. Nevaeh Austin was still strapped in her seat when she was found unconscious yesterday by the driver doing afternoon drop-off. She'd been the only child picked up that morning. The good news today, her family says she's out of ICU.
I've spoken to her, I've seen her with my own eyes on FaceTime, and she's doing all right. She's tired, but she's there. She's breathing on her own. She's her happy self.
More people are being evacuated from the besieged city of Mariupol, even as Russia intensifies its attacks in Ukraine's east. There have been reports of indiscriminate shelling, which has forced the European Union to propose tough new sanctions. Those sanctions include a Europe-wide ban on Russian oil. And Tom Cruise knows how to make an entrance. His helicopter touching down on the aircraft carrier USS Midway in San Diego for the world premiere of Top Gun Maverick. It's 36 years since the first Top Gun movie made Tom a global superstar, but he says the goal is the same, to ensure fans feel the need for speed.
The movie means, a lot to me, a lot to my career, a lot to the studio, a lot to audiences. It's not just action or stunts, it's character and it's story. That is king.
Those people are living their best lives in the background there.
Oh, they absolutely are. And I'm looking forward. I'm very curious. I mean, Top Gun was the making of Tom Cruise, who I think is the movie star of our generation. He is the GOAT as far as movie stars. And it launched. It was the birth of Tom Cruise.
Was Story king?
Not sure it's true. I mean, the beach volleyball scene may have been king.
It definitely was. Definitely was. I've only saw it in the last 6 months. I hadn't seen it previously, and I thought that the story was completely different to what it ended up being. Which, no spoilers, but it centres solely around a school. They don't do anything. They just same at the fly
It's
school.
one of those films that is confusing why people like it so much.
Pete,
Sorry, I'm going to get hate mail, aren't I?
Didn't you
But
get
I'm
the
sorry, I don't get
feels?
it. No.
When Goose... What happened to Goose?
Look, I could take him or leave him.
Why are we still avoiding spoilers after 30 years? What's going
Because
on
George only just saw it.
I haven't seen it. Spoil away.
Well, I know this is not a spoiler, but they do use the original "Take My Breath Away" in the new movie, I believe, but it refers to COVID in this an interesting twist.
Tom Cruise is driving his plane, flying his plane, going...
He's coughing into his mask.
Well, a 3D-style portrait of New Zealand actor, writer and director Taika Waititi has won this year's Archibald Packing Room Prize. Painted by Sydney artist Klaus Stangl, it's acrylic on canvas and one of 52 entries shortlisted for the Archibald Prize. That shortlist also includes this self-portrait of Kurdish refugee Mustafa Azimitbar. He taught himself to paint using coffee and a toothbrush during his 8 years in detention.
This is a beautiful moment in my life, full of resistance, full of love. My name is Moz. I am free. I am happy. Life is beautiful.
So beautiful. And the organisers of Miami's first ever Formula One Grand Prix are being relentlessly mocked for their fake Marina. The track was supposed to be on the waterfront. It ended up in the car park of a local football stadium. There's not a drop of water. Ow. Just some water-like covering wrapped around a few boats.
Don't you think this would be much handier on a golf course? Yes. This would be fantastic on a golf course.
Great idea.
Yeah, I need this.
The US Masters?
US
Just
Masters.
Have that. What are they doing?
Well, just the local courses. I don't have to bloody lose as many balls as I do.
I don't think we should mock it. I am married to an obsessive surfer, and during the long lockdowns, we made him a miniature beach. It was hard. It's hard to make realistic-looking water without using water. It's an art.
I was going to say, I see in my head, I was like, you had a bucket.
No.
He was there, like,
No, I did
bit
what
of
those
water.
guys did. I did some painting.
Did you stand nearby and just splash water in his face to make it like a 4D
Sea
experience?
breeze.
His birthday's in September. I'll have you over.
That's excellent. Excellent.